Hey there, hope you're doing well. It's minus 50 pound Matt here again, and today I want to talk to you about weight loss motivation. Now, if you've come here, you're probably looking for a couple of great motivating tips, but I'm going to give you something even better than that. I'm going to help you understand why you think you need to be motivated. Because if you think about it, why do people who are overweight, why did I used to myself look for motivation? Why do I feel the need to have motivation? Why can't I just decide one day I'm going to lose weight and that's it. This is the plan. This is what I'm going to do. Why do I need motivation? Why do I need maybe motivating quotes or uh, or something else to motivate me or a health scare or something that happens that is going to make me finally change my life and say goodbye to the overweight days. And it went too far, but finally I have the motivation I need to lose this weight and to lead a better life. Well, the reason you have that, you have this kind of, it's really an inner struggle, is because if you see my other videos, I've already mentioned this before, but I believe that being overweight is an addiction. It's an addiction to eating food that you don't need, excess food, beyond the point at which you feel full and your body tells you that you don't need to eat anymore, that you eat extra. It's very similar to other addictions. You can compare this to smoking cigarettes, that people also need a lot. They feel that they need a lot of motivation. They feel that they need tips and tricks to help motivate them to finally stop the cigarettes. But what's the purpose of motivation anyway? It's to get to help you summon up enough willpower against those forces or that would otherwise prevent you from succeeding. So I hope you can see that this illustrates well that being overweight is an addiction of sorts, and that the motivation, the whole point of motivation is to help you to resist the negative forces of an addiction, to overcome them, to summon up enough strength to overcome them and for you to succeed. Now, let's go back to motivation. What I want to tell you is, I want to tell you that you don't necessarily need motivation. Okay, a couple of things might help you, but you don't really need motivation. When it comes to using willpower, by the way, motivation makes very little difference in the end. It makes very little difference to the success rate. But what I think will be even better for you than motivation is to take this understanding of the addiction further. And I'm suggesting to you that, okay, this will help explain it better. If you think about people who are of a normal weight, they've been a normal weight their whole life, they don't have any problems with being they've never been through a period where they've been underweight or overweight. They got no problems, okay? Now, do you think these people count every day? They look at the packaging like a man who's supposed to have approximately 2,500 calories a day. Do you think they look at the package and go, okay, this got 384 calories, so I better only have a couple of these now, and then later on I'm going to have this and that, and let me just make sure I haven't gone over my limit for the day. Ooh, that's cutting it pretty close, but I should be okay. No, obviously, people don't do this. These people automatically eat the precise, correct amount of calories that their body needs every day. It won't necessarily be the same every day. It'll be up and down, and it will also vary depending on how active they've been as well. But they will eat the exact amount every day. Now, how do you think they do that? Well, they do it because their body tells them how much they need to eat. When they sit down for a meal and they tuck into their meal, they start to feel more and more and full. And they reach a point where they feel full and that's it. They don't eat anymore. They don't need to eat anymore. They don't want to eat anymore. The body is telling them they don't need anymore. So they quit. Now occasionally they might eat a little too much, And when you start eating more than you need, you go past the point, and you're eating food that you don't need, and all this food is just going to get stored as fat, then very quickly your body tells you, hey, look, you're really eating too much, so quit soon. Now, people who are overweight ignore all these signals. They ignore these signals because, not out of ignorance, but because there are other counteracting, there are other forces telling them inside, this food tastes so good, oh, just keep eating it. It's really good. It makes you happy. You're enjoying it. Okay, and it kind of makes you forget about the fact that you'll feel a bit ill or sick later, or you'll feel constipated later, or anything like that. It makes you forget about that. So what I'm asking you to do is, when you eat from now on, listen to what your body is telling you. If you start to feel full, then think to yourself, okay, that means that I need to lay off the food shortly. Just think to yourself, and when you do feel full, don't clear your plate. If you have food left, why eat the rest of it? Yes, there are starving children in certain parts of the world, but there's no way they can get that food that you've left on your plate. There's no way you can deliver it to them. Don't feel guilty about that, because those people don't want you to be unhealthy either. So don't clear your plate. It's not wartime anymore. There's no need to fatten up because the food might run out next week or something like that. When you feel full, stop eating. It's a very simple concept. It's a very core concept of trying to lose weight. And I really strongly suggest that you start to listen to your body. I really think it will help you. So that's it for today. Please come back to my videos later for more tips and advice. I recommend that you subscribe, because if you do that, then when I have a new video, then on the YouTube homepage, you'll see my new video there and you can access it directly. And before I go, if you are very serious about losing weight and you do appreciate my tips and advice from a person who has lost 50 pounds himself, then I strongly advise that you check out the site, the URL in the description box below. It's a sort of a program, it's a method, it's a way of losing weight that's very close to my heart. It's very similar to the way in which I lost weight. I don't have my own program, but the link there, if you check it out, you'll see that it's very similar to what I advise. And I strongly advise you to check that out before you see my next video. So until next time, as always, take care. I'll see you soon.